So I have an idea. Since Alberta doesn't really align with the rest of Canada's beliefs, I mean, there's pockets of conservatism, whatever, um, in Canada, but Alberta really seems like a stronghold for conservatives. I think the best thing to do is just, give Canada Seattle, and we can have Alberta. Just, we don't want the whole like, it'd be cool to have all Canada to be the 51st state, but it's quite clear that a lot of these people would just vote left. If they want to live that way, they want to be radical leftists, they want to be globalists, like, that's cool, but yeah, we need to start separating from these people. There's no other way around it. They don't like us and we don't like them, and there's no compromise with the left. They want everything their way. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't understand why Trump does what he does when he says, oh yeah, we'll use military, like, he threatens military force with Greenland, which he's not going to invade anything with military and take. We could, if we wanted to, we could. There's not a damn thing Canada could do if we just wanted to take it over. But yeah, I think that we just, take Alberta, which is an oil stronghold. That would be amazing for our country. And then they can have Seattle, a very progressive place, and possibly even Oregon, not Oregon, but what is that place called? Portland. Let them have that place too. If let them have these shitholes, and when everything turns to shit, then we could take back over. We need to let these places turn to literal shit, and not let these people come back over and turn our places into shit. They think that, like, they're so great, their standard of they're so amazing. Let them feel the pain, let them feel the suffering. It's pretty unfortunate that Canada has gone up in, like, prices with everything, and these people still want to vote that way. Well, there's some people that don't. There, you know what I mean? And how it could work is where we do this is eventually Canada is all going to be American, but until they want to see the light, same with Mexico. Mexico will be a part of America as well at some point. Until they want to see the light and realize, like, your woke crap is just way too far. Like, it's cool to be, a leftist, but you want to be moderates. They're not moderates. They don't want to negotiate. Well, they want everything their way, and we just can't get along that way. I think that the conservatives they're willing to negotiate, and it just seems like the left, they're like little spoiled kids. So the best thing to do is just let them sit in their own shit. And that's basically how you treat them. It's unfortunate it has to get this way, but the people, possibly, somebody can come up with better idea how to make this happen. But maybe just grant them dual citizenship. People in Seattle can have dual citizenship or something, and Alberta can have dual citizenship, and then all the new babies that are born are part of Canada and Seattle, or all the new babies born in Alberta are part of America. I don't know. Maybe give people a time like a year or two to leave. Get their affairs in order, and, like, those people can have dual citizenship until they get their affairs in order, and then they can move somewhere where they feel they're better off. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that would be a good idea, is just to, it's called negotiation. You don't like conservatives. You woke people don't like conservatives, and the conservatives really don't like you. So the best thing to do is go our separate ways. And yes, I think that state lines need to be redrawn. I think that parts of California will end up becoming left liberal. You could see, like, Texas as well. You might see give Austin its own little liberal state or whatever. these city states, they get their own little states. They could be a part of something else. I don't know. You can give them some trade. What you do is you trade land, and you know, you can use the federal land. You know, you don't want to use people's private property. I get that. I know this is way more complicated than me just generalizing, but it's we have to get away from each other, and until the woke left wants to grow up and be a part of reality, this is what we have to do. We have to separate. Like, they hate us anyway. Why would you want any of the resources I produce? You know, you call me Nazi even though I'm not. You call us all Nazis. Why would you want anything we make that if we think that we're Nazis? So you go your own separate way, even though they're the Nazis, and we'll go our separate way, and we'll see who survives. I mean, I'm sorry, I'd rather live in a place where they generate food other than like tech. I'm all for tech, but I can't eat tech, but I can eat food. It's unfortunate it has to go this way, and you know, you see Texas becoming more technically advanced, so you're gonna we need to separate from each other. We have to separate. We have to, like, we have to have places where people want to be around other people. We have to actually just reorganize society, and not mix cultures. That's the worst thing we can do, is just mix cultures. You know, we have to have cultures that are separated. Is that an echo chamber? Okay, whatever, but like, less conflict, you know? So I don't want to be around woke people. They don't want to be around me. So we shouldn't live by each other. Don't move to Missouri. Don't move to red states. If you're a woke person, if you're conservative, you might want to get out of woke states and sell your farm, go somewhere else. You know, it is what it is, dude. Like, the blue states are pretty much solidified. They're not going to change their views. They're not representing the conservatives. And then the woke people feel like the conservatives aren't representing them, so don't live here. Don't live in Missouri. Don't live in Mississippi. And yeah, we need to get away from each other. We can't coexist because the left won't let us coexist. They're too radical. Until they want to become moderate and grow up like adults, then fuck them. Let them die. I don't care.